People, this is a serious problem for Speed Darlington Akpemo. According to a report, he's to be arraigned in the court next year, January 2025. It's a serious trouble, I'm telling you. I don't know it will tie this long. A snowball into a serious issue. Just watch the lawyer talk about it.
Update about Akpe now. Look at what the build-up of the case. You remember that Speed Darlington was earlier arrested. After he was arrested, I think he was in detention for 5 days. And after he was arrested, he was in detention for about 5 days, and we were able to secure him bail. And after he was secured bail, the DIG invited us to come back on a social date. So Akpe had to travel, go back to the US. Now look at before then. So before he was released, Burnaboy was invited. Burnaboy came with his team. I think Burnaboy came from US. Burnaboy came with his team, and we all had a roundtable meeting at the DIG's office, DIG FID. I think his name is Galadanchi. So after the roundtable, Burnaboy with his lawyer and his team shared his own part of the story. Said, look. Speedy made some post about him and did not like it. This is it. And we were able to say, okay, maybe it's misrepresentation. And they had the roundtable, and we felt everything is fine. And everybody went his way. Speedy was allowed to go, and we went with Speedy. I think I was the one that to show that it's not John Bear. In fact, I was the one that brought a shorty, because they asked him that he must get a shorty before he could be granted bail. So we arranged for a shorty, and he was granted bail. So after then, we were asked to report back 5 days later, maybe the next week, and Speedy had to travel. Before then, when Speedy was released, one of the condition precedents, or one of the things that the DIG said or the police said, that look, we don't want. Burnaboy said, okay, he might not want to press charges or this or that. He just need apology and Speedy to stop making posts about him, that he has lost a lot of that he has lost a lot of gig, or he has lost since they made that post, blah blah blah. And we say fine, we advise Speedy and stuff like that. Now, I'm not here to talk about the cruise of the matter, because already in court. Is for court to decide if this is what we lawyers say is sub judice. I am not here to discuss the cruise of the matter, if Akpe or Speed Darlington, what he said amount to defamation or defamed Burnaboy or stuff like that. What has been my grievances from day one, which I've aired publicly so many times, is that defamation has been decriminalized in most of our jurisdiction. Defamation has been decriminalized. That means it's no longer in the realm of crime. And what the law says, that if not a crime, if it is a civil action, police has no jurisdiction to entertain the matter. Means that once it is a civil action, you cannot use police to come and arrest someone. The same thing with tenancy and someone is owing you money. Once it is in the realm of civil disputes, police has no jurisdiction over it. So what we have been saying, I in particular, I would, is not those that have been following me, is part of both my articles or things I've published on this matter, is if Burnaboy is claiming that Speedy defamed him per se, or say something about him, you have a right to approach the court and institute an action in civil matter and say, look, tell the court that this, and seek for financial damages. But involving police is now more like a pound, or a more like playboys in the hands of money individual, that anybody, once you have the money to hire them, no matter what, you can just mobilize them and this thing. So that has been my grievances. Now look, don't forget the fact that Speedy has been in detention now for the past 3 weeks. Now the question will always be, what has been the lawyer doing? Now the lawyer, the lawyer and my other colleagues, we have been Now, from the moment he was rearrested, the point of the police is that they don't want to grant him bail on the ground that he jumped bail the first time and said, okay, when they asked him to report back. And I also made to understand that police also have some grievances that he made some posts against them saying that they collected bribe, this and that. So most of all those grievances, and it's more like a lot of high individuals are interested in the matter, but that is not a ground for him to be detained for this long. He is not a criminal, he's not an armed robber. It's just a civil dispute that he made some posts about this, which a court can be said, okay, we approached court. In fact, the matter has been filed to court, and they were only able to sign us a date claiming that there is no more free or empty schedule in the court. Now, the date they assigned to us for his arraignment was, I think, 15th of January next year. By the implication means that if for us to wait for court, for us to seek for court bail, we have to wait till 15th of January. That means he will be spending the Christmas and festive season there. Now, also note that the police also have the power to grant him administrative bail. The reason why they have not granted him administrative bail till now, for the past 3 weeks, is something none of us can explain. We've actually pushed all the buttons. We've actually in talks with the DIG, who is now more like the IPO of the case. We've actually in talk with everybody. We've actually filed for fundamental enforcement for him to be. We've actually file all the processes that the lawyer could know how to file. We've actually made all the wide range of consultations. But I think the problem we are having now is, number one, is that, just like a post I made some time ago, that most of our court is choked now. I think the NJC, the Nigeria Judicial Commission, needs to create more judicial offices, appoint more judicial officers. It will interest you to know that if you want to do a matter now in Supreme Court, they will tell you that there is no longer free date. You have to take a date as from 2027. Just imagine someone is arrested and detained, so you have to wait till 2027. Mind you that just the same thing that we're having with Akwe. The only empty date or free schedule, the closest date that the prosecutors can get for his arraignment was as far as 15th of January. That means they intend to keep him. He was brought before court last week. That was last week Thursday. We were all in court. Akwe was brought before court. We tried to see if the court will listen to us, or due to the fact that he has been in detention for a long time now. But the judge insisted, said, look, that we have to wait, that he will not attend to a matter that is not on the court list. That despite the pleading, I think the prosecutor, who is also a senior advocate, this deputy commissioner of police, we all pleaded and said, look, my lord, this guy has been in detention now for the past 3 weeks. So is there anything we can do? The judge insisted that she cannot hear us since the matter is not on the court list, that we have to wait till or come back to court on 15th of January, which is the assigned date.